Hi, good afternoon. Thank you for joining my conference. I know the event was supposed to be outside, but due to circumstances, it got moved to online. So, for everyone here, thank you for joining. My name is Dr. Venegas. I work at Nemours Hospital. I'm a pediatric surgeon and I'm specialized in neonatal surgery. I'm board certified in obstetrics and gynecology, maternal and fetal medicine. Neonatal meaning relating to newborn children. So I'm going to talk about what made me come to this decision to be a pediatric surgeon and how I got here. So it all started off when I was younger. I've always had the dream to be working in the medical field, and I never had no backup option, and I know that sounds bad, but I've always had a passion to be working in the medical field. In high school, there's something called dual enrollment. It's a program where you're in high school, but you're also dual enrolled into college classes. So you're full-time college and you're half-time high school. So my junior year, was taking 2 high school classes, and I was taking 4 college classes until I graduated, and then I was all at Valencia. So there was one class when I was working towards my associate's degree that I took, and it was my new students experience class. And I learned a lot about myself in that class because that was the only class that was really all about me and my future and my goals. In this class, something got brought up, and the teacher asked a question, and the question was, what is your purpose? So basically, what are you here for? What are you in this universe to do? And for me, my purpose statement is to make the world a better place using my God-given gifts and spreading joy and kindness and speaking my light into this world, especially with younger kids. That was my purpose statement, and I really liked that question that she brought up in class. It got my mind thinking, and it made me think, what am I here on this earth to do? And that is what I believed I was here to do, and that is my current purpose statement. Moving on, another thing we would do in her class would be finding about our strengths and our values. First, I'm going to talk about my signature themes, and this was a test that I took. It was called the High Five test. I took it my junior year, and I also took it a few days ago, and I still have the same results, which is crazy to think of. So one of my signature themes was that I am a self-believer. This means that I'm very independent, and I radiate my confidence, and I just want to build up other people and make them confident and just make them their best self possible. Another one was that I am a deliverer. I want to follow through on everything that I say. Something that's important to me is trust. If I can trust you, I want you to know that you can trust me 100%. And when promises are broken, that's very hard to me because I want to deliver everything, and I just want to make sure everything gets done the way it should be. So moving on, I'm going to talk about some of my personal values, which my top 2 for the test would be achievement and relationships. So this is interesting because one of my core values, without even taking a test, I knew was relationships, because I tend to put myself over anybody else. I always want to make sure that people are happy no matter who they are, no matter if it's a stranger on the street or it's one of my family members. I want to make sure that they're okay, because you never know what someone's going through. And then for achievement, I know that I always want to do my best, and that's really what achievement is. You want to get recognized for doing good, and that's not always a thing. You can do good and not get recognized, but that's okay, because in your heart you know you did good. So I really enjoyed these tests that we did in class, and they helped me all the way now because I know more about myself. In high school, after I graduated and I graduated with my associate's degree, I went and transferred to UCF and got a bachelor's in health sciences, and I went on the preclinical track. This was considered pre-med, and it was hard, but anything you put your mind to, you can do. So after I completed my pre-med classes and I graduated with my bachelor's in health sciences, I started studying for the MCAT, and I got certified to be a CNA to give me clinical experience, and this is something great to do. You know, you want to try to get as much as experience as you can. And I also forgot to mention, during my high school years, I volunteered at Nemours, which was great because it's a children's hospital and that looks extremely good on your resume. So after I got my bachelor's, I got accepted into medical school, and from there on, I was focused. I had to study every single day and just set my eyes on the end game. So let's talk about the cost of college now. College is not cheap at all, and I'm sure everyone knows that, but there are things you can do to make that cost lower. So something that I did in high school was apply for any scholarship possible. It doesn't matter if you have to write an essay. There's so many scholarships that are available to you, including Bright Futures, and there's scholarships you can all you have to do is put information about yourself and apply for it. So scholarships are very helpful. The Your last resort is going to be taking loans out. I'm not saying that I never did this, because I did, but then you have to end up paying that back or you will get in debt. So that's the cost of my college was very expensive, but the scholarships and Bright Futures helped a lot. So now I'm going to talk about being a surgeon today. Being a surgeon, as everyone knows, is not an easy skill. You have to have patience, and since I am working with little children, and you have to have a passion for them. Ever since I was little, I enjoyed working with the little ones, and I am extremely patient when it comes to children because they're tiny little human beings. And you're not only working with the children, you're also working with their parents, and you have to understand that they are stressed out and all they can think of is you have to have a good attitude at all times and leave your outside life away from your work life. You also have to be strong-minded and strong-hearted because you can't win every surgery you do. You can't save every life, and there is going to be times where you probably tried so hard to save a patient's life, but it was out of your control. There was nothing else you could do, and you can't beat yourself up for that. So you have to go home and just know that you tried your best, and you can't win every fight. Another thing you have to do is be good at staying calm in high stressful environments, because in the hospital anything can happen and you have to remain calm and act fast, especially if you are working in the emergency room. You're gonna have to act fast because your patient's life is in your hands. So that's a little bit about being a surgeon and what made me want to become a surgeon. So I just wanted to come on here and inspire many and just let you guys know how I became a pediatric surgeon and my influences when I was younger and why I chose to do what I wanted to do. Thank you all so much for being connected on here and listening to my speech. Have a great day.